Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing great. My name is George, and this is the public Sitrep. Each Monday, we do have a public Sitrep just to share our trading ideas, our thoughts over the market, and obviously, this will always be free. This is the way we decided to help the community. Like I said, with sharing our thoughts, our TA, and our possible setups starting the new week ahead. As always, I'm going to check Bitcoin. We will check S&P. We will check gold. Gold it's at a very interesting point on this chart. We will go more in depth. And as always, if you have questions related with the price action right now and about the charts that I'm sharing here, please don't be shy. Please share your questions in the YouTube chat, and I will do my best towards the end of the stream. I will do my best to answer your questions. Okay, before I start, I want to make sure that everything is okay with this stream. By the way, I'm streaming 4K, so please don't forget about that because we want to give the best quality. So we already have people in the chat. Good morning, good morning. Have a lot of people in the chat. And mate, how is that? How is gold is treating you? That was a very interesting. Like I said, on the gold chat, we had a very interesting session on Friday. So yeah, I will go more in depth. Have a lot of people in the chat. That is good. Sound is good. Thank you for that confirmation. So with that being said, let's jump into the charts. Not before, as always, if you like our content and if you like to help our project, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this content. Basically, everything that we do here is for to give you the best experience possible. If you're a trader, if you want to become a trader, we do have a free section in Discord where we share our thoughts over the high time frame. Obviously, we do have some other sections, some premium section for the people that want to go more in depth. They want to become full-time traders. So obviously, if you like to get more serious about trading, definitely please check what's going on here. Like I said, this is the Discord link. Also, we can find us on Twitter and on our website successrepeated.com. You pretty much find everything necessary to become a trader. We do have updates, we do have educational modules, we do have live trading sessions, like I said, our Discord, and I'm not sure about this, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some surprises for you, maybe this week or the next ones. But stay tuned because we are giving some really interesting discounts for our memberships. Okay, with this being said, and if everything is okay with the stream, I would like to start obviously with the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin chart, naked chart, daily time frame. So nothing much happened since the last stream. The last stream that I've done was on last Monday. So just to start with this, I would like to, you all know I love to trade ranges, but right now I would like to focus on this section of the chart and this range. And for that, I would like to enable this range because we are in this section of the chart and this should be the main trading idea. And last Monday the price was actually in this area, right? So basically we are in the same place. And if you remember, if you watched the stream, by the way, that was a very interesting stream. And I'm talking about this one, maybe later I'll share the stream. You can find I'll share the link. You can find the link in our Discord, in our free Discord. But like I said, we were somewhere in this area for the chart. And as you all know, I was looking for a possible short here, right? And I was talking about couple of things. So I was looking for a short, but in the same time, I was looking for higher. So in this kind of situation, it's very good to understand where we are on the chart, if we are at support or at resistance, right? So obviously at support, you look for longs. at resistance, you look for shorts. Then you need the trigger. Then you need the reaction. And as I always say, and this is what I do, for a change, for a reversal, you would like to see a change in market structure starting on low time frame, 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, with continuation on higher time frame, 1 hour, 4 hours, daily, and so on. And also you'd like to see a level lost or claim, depending on the situation. So in this stream, I was looking for this possible short, right? So in this situation, you like to see the market structure changing from bullish to bearish and at least one level lost. That would be, let's say, the trigger for a possible trade. Also, I mentioned here that it is not, I'm not looking in this area for a possible swing trade, more like a scalp towards a day trade, something like that. And obviously I was looking in this area, but at that point in time, very, very important, at that point in time, I had no trigger for that trade. Again, if you're serious about trading, and I know we live in a busy world and no one has time to actually watch these streams, but this stream was very, very, very good in my opinion, obviously. Because it gives you a live example how to design a plan based on the price action given at that point in time, and gives you the trigger and everything that you need. So this is very, very good for educational purposes. And like I said, this was the setup that I was looking for. So I was looking for a short, but the trigger was not there. So let's get back to XOR charts at that point in time. So this is Monday, right? And the stream was somewhere in this area, right? So I was starting the stream, same as today. So the price was making higher high, higher low, higher high. So up to this point in time, there's not much to say, hey, this is the place to short. And what I've said, I would like to see a change in market structure and some levels lost, right? Another thing that I was pointing out during that stream was this story here, right? You can see a lot of longs opening in this area, right? How do I know that? Because I see the increases in open interest. So you see the open interest increasing here. And after that, you go to delta. You see delta positive, right? So you can see 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 4.8, and so on. So as long as you see increases in open interest and positive delta, those are longs, new longs opening in this section of the chart. And I said, look, I have no reason to short yet. However, this is a resistance area. Let's not forget, based on the range that we do have right now, this is the point of control of this range, and it was resistance. Now we know that it was still resistance. Obviously the price moved just a bit higher, still resistance. And now it's interesting because we're back at the same resistance, right? So what I was saying there is that we do have a lot of longs opening here. And in my opinion, this is very not a place where I would long. This is very, very late for a long. However, to fuel the move to the opposite direction, right, we need to catch this longs up here, and for that to happen, the price needs to lose VWAP, give or take, right? The price moves here, and remember, I was looking for a change in market structure, right? And the change in market structure kind of happens in this section of the chart, because the price, this is the last, so higher high, higher low. So this is the last higher low. So the price takes that takes that low here. So this is the first lower low, right? Obviously it's very shallow, but it is there. Then we do have a lower high, right? So one could potentially trade this lower high. If I remember correctly, that was previous day high. So very, very important levels in situation like this. And then the move to VWAP, right? So at this point in time, we had the change in market structure because lower low, lower high, lower low. We get the confirmation here. But the second thing that I would like to see is a level lost. Check what's happening here. So VWAP, you can see VWAP, very, very, very good support. Some bullish CVD divergences, and the price keeps pushing to the upside. So we've got the change in market structure, obviously low time frame, like 5 minutes, but we never lost, the price never lost VWAP. So in this kind of situation, a take profit should be in order, move your stop loss at entry, and let the market decide what will be the next move on the chart. And don't get me wrong, for a scalp, let's say you trade in somewhere in this area and you book profits at VWAP, that's 0.5%. That's good enough for a scalp, right? Because you're scalping while you get more confirmation for your trade, because this is an important area on the chart, right? This is the point of control. So you're scalping until you get more confirmation about more downside. Then the push to the upside, and this was during NY Open, not only NY Open, but also we had some news, if I remember correctly. We had some news there, so the price keeps pushing here. And again, this could be seen as another retracement, another trading opportunity. However, the price starts to make a new higher high. So you don't like to see that. So lower low, you'd like to see a lower high, something along these lines, and then a new lower low. So the price fails to make a new lower low, that is a red flag. And then the price moves here once again, another swing failure pattern. Check this. Longs are still opening here. So you can see increases in open interest, positive delta in this candle, some more positive delta here. And right on top of this move, you can see 12.5 million, 8.1 million positive delta. And just by looking at these imbalances, you can see a lot of longs opening here. I'm not sure what's the trading idea there to long so aggressively in this section of the chart. I mean, don't you think a better long would be here, where you have a clear invalidation just below VWAP? I mean, you long here, price does this, you're out of the trade for a minimum loss, and you just move to the next trade. But to long straight into a swing failure pattern because the price took the high here, I don't think that is a very, very good idea. And same story, right? What would you like to see for a possible reversal? We talk about, let's say, a high time frame reversal, the possible top, at least for that day. Change in market structure and level lost. Level being VWAP. Check what happens. Lower low, lower high, lower low. And at this point in time, VWAP was lost. You can see clearly lost. Backtest obviously is not a perfect backtest. Backtest. Some very CVD divergences forming here, and then down we go. So this is what I look for. This is what I mean by reaction. Give me this trigger, and obviously I'll be more than happy to take that trade. I'll still book some profits in this area, and then I'll move my stop loss at entry. Same story I was saying here, right? And this time, obviously, more downside is possible. So remember, change in market structure, and in this situation, because we are looking for a long, you want to see some level loss. Plus, and this is where this kind of situation, this kind of reaction, you can trade very, very well in TradingView. So you don't actually need an order flow software for this. What the order flow is giving you more confirmation for this kind of situation, because like I said, there were a lot of longs opening in this section of the chart, so roughly be above VWAP, right? So when VWAP was lost and flipped to resistance here, we do have trapped traders. And I remember I counted at that point in time, and we had almost 28 million new longs opening in this section of the chart. So obviously those longs, as long as they are trapped, and when they are trapped, usually they are feeling the move to the opposite direction. So that is where the order flow is giving you the edge. Not only that, but remember during the stream, I was talking about this. This huge single print. And usually these single prints are acting as SNR flip level, at least at the first touch. So the price pushing to the upside, you can see the retracement, the backtest of the top of this single print, and up we go. Then when VWAP is lost and the entire section of the chart filled with trapped longs, then the price moves once again here. Boom, still support, so support is support until proven otherwise, then the small push, and then we see this. So at this point in time, the price starts to get acceptance into this single print. And if you are aware of how this the fingerprints and then the entire TPO works, if the price gets acceptance back into the single print, there is a high chance for that single print to be filled. So first it acts as an SNR flip level, especially at the first stage. But then if the price gets acceptance back into the single print, there is a high chance for that single print to be filled. Doesn't really matter to the upside, to the downside, it works very, very well. And let's check what actually happened. So like I said here, remember the change in market structure, and the market structure continues. Boom, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. As long as the market structure continues, more downside is possible. And check, like I said here, the price gets acceptance back into that single print, and check what is the low for that day. The bottom of this single print. So that single print is filled, right? This is obviously should be another take profit, because you never know what's going to happen after that. But this is where the order flow is giving you the edge. You are aware of the possible trap traders, information that you can't see in trading view. So you can trade without the order flow, but the order flow is good to give you the confirmation, to give you the edge when you're trading, right? Other than that, you can trade this based on the market structure, based on losing some levels. So no problem whatsoever there. But this, the order flow and all this information, like I say, you can't get that in trading view. So if you want to go more in depth to have the edge when you're trading, maybe it is a good idea to actually learn a couple of things about the order flow. Okay, so this is pretty much what happened during this stream. Like I said, if you have time to watch, at least we do have in the description, we do have these small pieces. You know exactly where to go, you know, if you don't have the time to watch the entire stream. But for educational purpose, this is very, very good to see how to design a trading plan based on the information that you can get in real time. Okay, that was maybe too much. Apologize for that, but it is very important. Now, let's get back to what we have here. So we've got this retracement, right? And like I said, the main trading idea is the same, because we are at the same place, right? So we do have the point of control holding as resistance, holding the price down for the moment. So obviously in this area, this first of all should be a take profit. So let's say if you are in a long from here and you book profits here, from here or here, right? This should be a take profit. Move your stop loss at entry, and let's see what's going on. Also in this area, I'm not looking for longs. Once again, the only trade that I would take in this area is a short or no trade. The only problem that I have with this short, again, I don't have a very, very good trigger for this trade. So I'm just waiting for information. Usually on Monday, I'm waiting for NY Open. NY Open is maybe the most important session of the day, and usually it brings some volatility and some clarity for the day or maybe for the entire week. So what do we actually have here? So the price moves once again to this area, but like I said, this is a bit of a change in behavior, because the first time we've got this strong rejection, right? The second time, meaning last week, we've got this. It took some time. The price spent some time above this, but finally we get some sort of retracement. And this retracement, don't get me wrong, it was top to bottom, that was more than 5%. So this, for day trading and for scalping, this is a very, very, very good retracement, right? And now the price cut back once again here. Now, like I said, check this section of the chart, and if you like to compare with this one, this is kind of a change in behavior, right? But okay, this is resistance, and resistance is resistance until proven otherwise. So this is the situation that we do have right now. So the price is at resistance, but I'm not so keen to short, not yet. For a scalp, if you're in front of the screen and you start to see this and this and this, for a scalp, that is totally fine. Also, we can enable VWAP, and VWAP is a very, very good intraday level for scalping and so on. But other than that, I would wait at least to see what NY has to say about this situation, right? Other than that, we do have some other ranges which are very, very, very important in this kind of situation. So I would pay attention to this range. So this range is basically is based on the entire price action below the point of control of the bigger range. So since the point of control was lost here, this is giving the possibility of a new range. And why is this important? Well, first of all, maybe not necessarily in this section of the chart, but here we can clearly see that the value area high of this range is resistance. Once again, it is resistance. Then we do have the breakouts here, right? The backtest. Price is creating liquidity. Another backtest taking the liquidity, and then the price pushes to the upside, back to the point of control of the bigger range. So we can say that the entire week the price was trapped between the point of control of the bigger range and the value area high of the, let's say, more local range. So when you see something like this, this is a very, very good area. This is a very, very good range to trade. And if we measure this one from, let's say, not from the value area high, not to the point of control, but still this gives you a 2.5%, that is very, very good for scalping and day trading. And now I would say, without any other information on the chart, I would say the next important move to the upside or to the downside, because remember, as a trader, you need scenarios on the chart, right? You need a bullish scenario, you need a bearish scenario, and most important, you need levels. Let's say, as long as the price is below this level, I would treat this level as resistance. As long as the price is above this level, I would treat this level as support. Obviously, while we get more confirmation, meaning the price either breaks the resistance or other breaks the support, until that happens, we can happily trade this range in between. But I would say the next major move to the upside or to the downside should be based on claiming or losing one of these levels. So if the price manages to claim the point of control here and flip it to support, because we can see the point of control here, we do have kind of a daily candle, above this, but this is during the weekend, right? And then everything below. Then on Friday, we do get this very, very small close above this. This is during the weekend, so I wouldn't put too much weight on it because the volume is really low. Usually the bigger traders are not there, so anything could happen. And then we start to see this. So we start to see another small, very, very small rejection for the moment, right? So, like I said, any kind of bigger move should be based on claiming this level, the point of control, and that opens the possibility for the next important level on the chart, which is the value area high, somewhere around 29,300 give or take area, right? And if we see another rejection here and the price moves once again to this area, and the value area high of the, let's say, the smaller range will be lost and the price will get acceptance below this level, then the next important level to a downside is the point of control of this smaller range, followed by value area low of the bigger range and value area low of this local range. This is the same information I shared last week because nothing much happened. We're still here. Very, very good range, very good for trading, very clear resistance and very clear support. On Friday, the price was able to take actually the sum of the liquidity created here. So I was expecting for this move, and I've been posting in Discord, this is liquidity and the price is always searching for liquidity. Took some time, then the price got nice reaction. Obviously, one books profit on the way up, have my stop loss at entry, and now I'm just waiting for the next important move on the chart. But without any kind of technically I could stop this stream right now. So this is the resistance, this is the support. The price manages to claim this without getting a swing failure pattern here. We could get a swing failure pattern here, right? So this is another important level, kind of in between, but still important. But if the price manages to claim this area and no swing failure pattern here, then the next important level should be the value high of the bigger range, somewhere around 29,300 area, give or take. Or if the price manages to get acceptance below this level, below value high, let's say the smaller range, then in that situation, the price will get acceptance back into the value of this range. And then the most important level to the downside is first the point of control and also some liquidity in this area, followed by value low of both local range and the bigger range. This is your trading plan for this week. Now, obviously, I'm not going to stop here and I would like to go more in depth, but there's not much to add to this. What we can add to this are more levels, and those levels will give us more confirmation, more confidence to actually to take a possible trade in that area. Now, let's enable the horizontal levels, right? Which are here, and let's see what do we actually have. So we do have this monthly level, right? It was printed here and currently it was tapped, and it is our, let me make this bigger so you can see, it is our resistance, right? So this is our resistance together with the point of control of this range, right? So let's pay attention to this information, and let's get back to a daily time frame. And then to the downside, we do have this daily level, right? It is kind of funny because you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 candles closing at the same level. So obviously this is an interesting and an important level. So this daily is 27,406. And then the next important level to the downside should be this untapped daily level. I was kind of expecting this level to be tapped. I mean, we were always trading this as an area, the value are high, but the price took the liquidity. We had a daily naked point of control here. That one was tapped and up we go. But we still have this untapped daily level 26,903, right? So we do have this area. So we do have confluences for this area of support, meaning the value are high. And also we do have confluence for the point of control here, meaning this weekly. Then we get back to the next important level to a downside. Let's say this is the top for the moment and the price will actually lose this area. Then to the downside, we still have this untapped weekly level 26,238, point of control, liquidity, and I'm very interested in this area, meaning this monthly untapped monthly level 25,913. The weekly below 25,822 additional confluence for this area, and obviously value are low and value are low of the bigger end of the local range. So you can see we do have this section of the chart, nice confluence, this section of the chart, daily, value are high, daily, and then this section of the chart, weekly, monthly, weekly, point of control, value are low, value are low. Great. So we do have some other confluences for this area. Now, if we hide this, the horizontal levels, then we can search for some other confluences on the chart, right? So what we can do is start to pull some Fibs. So if we pull this one from the low to the high, obviously is giving us this area, which is a very interesting area because it is just below value area low of both ranges. We do have some liquidity, so this is a very interesting area, and this is kind of the last area the bulls need to defend. Not only this, but also we do have the high time frame SNR flip level. Remember this one? Support, up we go, up we go. So this is the kind of last area that the bulls need to defend. But until we actually get, or if the price will get to this area, then we can pull the Fibs from here, right, the first time. And then this is giving us the point of control, right? So some confluences on the point of control. Remember the horizontal levels, right? Weekly, monthly, weekly. So this, we do have more confluences for this area. Great. Another way to pull this would be from actually from this one. And this one is giving us, once again, this area. So here, the price missed this, the golden pocket, stopped here, taking the liquidity. Like I said, we had a daily naked point of control there, but we still have this one together with the lower daily. So we do have this daily. So you see, this is how you build confluences when you're trading on the chart. So that would be for support, but also we can do the same thing, right? For resistance, right? So let's pull the big golden pocket from here to here and check what is going on. Come on, don't be like this. Okay, give or take. So the last push to the upside was a small front run of the golden pocket. Usually this happens. These small front runs, you know, are a thing on the Bitcoin chart, and not only on the Bitcoin chart, because they are kind of hard to trade, because one would expect just a bit hard to touch this. So should I wait? Should I open my short? Hopefully that's a short. I mean, at least in this area, if you're actively trading and you have money on the market, you do understand this area is resistance. Resistance is resistance until proven otherwise. And when the price is moving towards a resistance area, and best case scenario, you have a long from lower and you book profits, and then you look for a short. So if you want to get involved, you're like, okay, but the price could potentially touch the golden pocket. So should I wait? Should I enter? And so on. And that's when the market structure, the change in market structure and losing some levels comes into play, because that gives you not 100% confirmation, but some levels of confirmation that this could potentially be the top for at least for that day, at least for that moment. So let's say the local top. So we do have this level. So this is still a valid level, and obviously gives me more confluences with this. So we do have value area high. We do have a possible swing failure pattern here. So a possible swing failure pattern here with a touch of this golden pocket. That could potentially be a short, starting as a scalp with the possibility of a day trade, possible swing trade, who knows. But remember, you need a change in market structure and some level lost. In this situation, the level should be the level for the swing failure pattern, right? So this one, 20, the high, 28,623, right? So if the price moves to this area, then I'm interested to trade. Great. So that would be only based on the ranges that we do have and based on the peoples. Then if we enable the horizontal levels, then one could see, apologize. Then one could see we do have some horizontal levels too, starting with this weekly 29,284, then going to the daily 29,414, another daily level up here, still everything. We talk about untapped horizontal levels, 29,760, right? So I would treat this as an area, starting with the golden pocket, value are high, and this weekly, daily. So if no reaction here, because there is the other possibility that, you know, the price, this is resistance, but the price could do this, or, you know, even higher, who knows? You never know where the price will stop. That's why we, or at least I'd like to trade based on reaction, and most of the time I don't like to preset. And then just above this entire section of the chart, we do have this monthly, right? This monthly 30,460, not only the monthly, but also a lot of liquidity up here. So I would think about this entire section of the chart as an area. So that is an area where I would be interested in shorting, again, based on reaction. But also if I start to see, if I see the price pushing, bullish market structure, bullish order flow, then I cannot rule out the possibility for the price to move to this monthly, where this is an area, take the liquidity that we do have here, touch this monthly, I'm checking the reaction, and then I'm, you know, more than willing to take a short in this area. Problem with this short, the first problem, and please allow me to hide the horizontal level and to hide this too, because I would like a clean chart. Problem. If the price, as you can see, we do have an older monthly here, 29,237. Also, we do have an older monthly here, right? 27,200. So the monthly levels, even if they are tapped levels, I would still like to keep them on the chart, because most of the time they still give a reaction, maybe good enough for a scalp or something like that, but it is still good to keep them on the chart until you see no reaction. If you start to see the price pushing through the level or no, slicing that level with no reaction, then obviously that is the moment you need to remove it from the chart. But if the price actually manages to claim this area and push to here, this is a decent short. This is a decent short, but you need to make sure that the price will get acceptance below this, below value high. So back into the value area of this range. Please allow me to hide this. The price needs to get acceptance below this monthly, below value high. Then it opens the possibility for the point of control, because the point of control is resistance, still resistance. If the price moves up here or even up here, this could be flipped to support. And as long as this support will hold, even if this is the bullish scenario, then more upside is possible. How much more upside? Who knows? Maybe a new high on the chart. But let's pay attention to this, because usually these kind of levels are acting as very, very, very good SNR flip levels. And the only thing that I have to show you, if you don't believe me, check this level. Please allow me to hide the object tree. This level was printed here, then it was support, push, lost, resistance, right? Still some resistance, but then the level claimed, support, and still support. So usually these kind of levels are acting as a very, very, very good SNR flip level, right? So let's pay attention to this. Okay, so what do we have to, because those are the levels, those are the confluences and everything, but we still need a trading plan to see where we long and where we short, right? So for that, let's start with the short, because we are at resistance. So let's say this is the short, right? This is our short, and stop loss should be above this high. Not the best one, but it is the only one that we do have, right? And target, well, target should be based on the local range. Now we need to put back the local range, and the target should be the value area high of this range. As you can see, I don't have a very, very good R&R for this trade. Actually, it's not only is not very good, but it's terrible. I don't even have a one-to-one to take profit one. So that is the reason I'm not going to short this for the moment. Give me a swing failure pattern here, together with the touch with that golden pocket, right? This one, right? So give me this, and then I can actually work, because I can trade this as a swing failure pattern. I would give it just a bit of space above the high, depending on that wick stops, and then I can trade it at least to the point of control, and that would give me a decent R&R. Then if the point of control will be lost, then I can trade it to here, and then I can trade it to this area, right? So this is so much better than, well, this one, with a stop loss up here and a take profit, and a take profit somewhere in this area. So, this is just this is a terrible trade. This is why I'm not looking to short right now. So I'm waiting for a better opportunity. A better opportunity should be up here, possible swing failure pattern of this high, or possibly higher. Let's say the price will move to this area. Again, if we start to see something like this, give me a wick, give me a back test, boom. And then I can actually trade this back to the point of control, where, like I said, the point of control could be acting as support. And from here, so let's say we get this, and then more upside. who cares? But if I catch this section of the chart, obviously not the entire, I mean, it's hard to catch, let's say top to bottom, but if I can make a 4% move, if I can catch that 4% move, then I'm, you know, more than happy with that. Obviously, this has the potential to go lower. Then we move to this area, then we move to the next area. And this is a very, very, very good R&R for that trade. So always when you're looking for a trade, doesn't really matter if it is a scalp or a swing trade, especially if it is a swing trade, always think about in terms of the R&R. If the R&R actually makes sense, then great, go for that trade. If it doesn't make sense, then just wait for more clarity. Yes, there is the possibility for you to miss one move, but there'll always be another one, because price moves to the upside, price moves to the downside, and so on and so on. And you as a trader, you don't really care where the price moves. Price could move to the upside, you make money because you're looking for longs. Price pushes to the downside, you can make money because you're looking for shorts. As an investor, obviously you need to buy low and sell high. So the only way to make money is if the price pushes to the upside. But as a trader, you don't really care. All you do care about is about volatility and the technical levels to be respected. So for the moment they are. So, and also Bitcoin has good volatility because remember a couple of months ago, basically during the summer, one would have to wait for the entire day for a 0.5, 0.6% move. Now those moves that you can actually scalp are happening much, much faster. So we can take advantage of those moves. So that would be the short. Obviously we can, I mean, we talked about that section of the chart. So the first short, the real short comes in this area based on the swing failure pattern, but it could easily go to here or even higher, right? So we don't know where the price will stop. If it will stop, that is totally different story. That's why we trade based on reaction. But that would be the first area, and then check what's going on at the point of control, the value area high of the smaller range, and then this section of the chart. That would be the story right now. Obviously, like I said, the price could go to the monthly level. The price could go to the monthly level and same story. Price could go here, swing failure path of the monthly, take the liquidity, but then this value are high, then the point of control, and then obviously lower is possible, right? Now, doesn't mean that I'm going to short each move. Maybe I will for a scalp, but you need to wait for that reaction. You need to wait for the change in market structure. You need to change for some levels to be lost, and you need to wait for confirmation, if it is possible, from the order flow. Like everything that happened last week with a lot of longs opening in this area, trap them, down we go. So basically this is my trading plan. I cannot give a long up here because we are at resistance, and at resistance, same I was saying last week, at resistance the only trade that I would take is a short or no trade, but I still need a good R&R for that trade and a good trigger, and for the moment we don't actually have one. If the price, if this is the top and the price moves once again to this area, let's check what's going on. But the better trade, the better trade for a long would be actually down here. So around this monthly, the price taking this liquidity, right, together with the rest of the confluences, and then we can actually trade it. Obviously we need to check what's going on at the value high, but once again this area. So that would be the only long from the chart, but obviously there's a lot of space to down here, and who knows. So if I'm here, usually I talk more about shorts. Longs, treat them as scalps if you can find a decent one with closing validation and some decent R&R, and obviously you can go for that trade. And you know, if you lose a trade here and there, is not the end of the world. It's part of the business, so you need to get used to this situation with losing trades. It is, like I said, part of the business. So that would be the only trade. Obviously one could say, yeah, but what about this area here? Yes, this could be an interesting long. again, swing failure pattern and so on. But we've already, this area has been tapped here. So if the price will move once again to this area, I would say the possibility for this to move lower is is bigger. So I'm not actually interested. Like I said, I'm interested in longing somewhere in this area. Again, hard to say because you never know how much liquidity we have here, where the wick will stop. But by checking the reaction, maybe there is a possible trade. So it will look something along these lines. Again, very hard to predict what the entry will be, where the stop loss would be, but no, take profits, value high, and most important, the point of control of this range. So that would be the Bitcoin chart, and there's no need to overcomplicate this even more. For the moment, I would expect more upside based on the market structure, based on the thing that there is no important level lost. This is a very important level because this opens the possibility for more downside. So I would favor more upside overall. But in the same time, the price is at resistance and I cannot look for longs here. So if you got this one, this should be a take profit one. And let's see what the day or the entire week will bring. In terms of news, because the news are always very important. Let's see what's going on. So today, nothing. Okay, October 11. And that would be on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, we do have some news. We all know the news could potentially bring the volatility. So let's pay attention to this. October 12th. Okay, some more news. Okay, there's a lot of things going on here. 13th, some news. So always it's good to pay attention to what's going on here. Not because they could, I don't think the market could turn around because of the news, but the news could potentially bring the volatility, right? So they could actually ruin a perfectly good setup. Let's say you have, I don't know, you have a long or a short, let's say a short from here, and you trade just before the news and you have your stop loss and everything. Well, the news, volatility, the price could potentially take the high once again, stopping you out, and then you can actually see the real move. So you're right in the trading idea, but the timing, or let's say something like that, could be wrong. That's why it's always a good idea to check what's going on with the news, because they could bring the volatility. Okay, so I guess that is our trading plan. So I would definitely like higher for a better short. I don't have a good short down here. Like right now, I don't have a good short. So I would like higher for a better short, or lower somewhere in this area for a decent long. This level, this one, and this one, let's keep them for scalps, day trading, breaking one of this level to the downside or to the upside. And then we do have some party going on. But when the price is in between here, let's keep this for scalps, day trades, and let's see what this week will bring. Okay, so that would be Bitcoin. Let's see if I have some news. Some news, sorry. I was thinking about some questions. No questions yet. So let's move to the S&P chart. ES ticker, obviously CME, and let's see what's going on here. Obviously, as always, naked chart. And the first thing that we could actually see here is that we had this gap. This gap now is filled, right? So we need to see what's going on. And the other thing, like we can see this without any kind of levels or any kind of anything. We can see that this entire section of the chart was resistance, right? So resistance, the price is trying up here, but still resistance. So usually there is a good reason for that. What that reason is, we need to find. But just by looking at these levels, right? So what the price did is kind of filling this gap. I talked about this gap since it formed, right? Also, it moved just a bit lower to take the liquidity just below the gap, right? And other than that, it's starting slowly to backtest this, what it was resistance, and now could potentially be flipped to support. So it's kind of slowly start to backtest this area. Obviously, if you like technical reason, then yeah, we could find technical reason, but no, we can go more in depth. Like this is, we could do this and this, and you know, this move is I don't know, it's a one-to-one extension. Great, this is the reason. Yes, this could be the reason. Or I don't know, we could find some other technical levels, but to keep everything very simple, because it is important to be able to express a trading idea based on a naked chart. You know, this is a good exercise, right? Just by looking at the chart, if you have a certain experience with this market, you should be able at least to understand where we are on the chart, what is the next important level, what is the next support, and you know, if that area actually represents a trading opportunity, and most important, what that trading opportunity is a long or it is a short, right? So as I said, just based on this, gap filled, liquidity taken, and the price slowly starts to, you know, backtest this area of resistance, and now could potentially be our support. Now let's start with our ranges, and not this one, I would like this one, right? So the two ranges that we do have, first of all, let's hide this one, but this one, this is the high time frame range, right? This is a high time frame range, and like I said, usually when you see something like this, something holding the price down, or you know, acting as support, there's obviously a good reason for this, and this is the point of control of this entire range. So definitely this is an important area. Also, value area high, support, push to the upside, level lost, back tested, and down we go. So definitely pay attention to what's going on here. And also, and very important, for any kind of move to the upside, something more than, you know, just a scalp data or something like this, this level needs to be claimed. So this is the homework for the bulls. The bulls need to defend, needs to claim this area, right? If the price manages to claim the value are high, then more upside as possible, possibly a new higher high on the chart, who knows? But as long as the price got acceptance back into the value area of this range, so below value area high, the next important level to the upside is obviously the point of control. Again, this is a high time frame point of control, and this range started in 2020, so it's already like 3 years. So in this kind of situation, I would like to think about this more as an area, right? Not to the upside or like 44, 41, 44. No, I would like to think about as an area, but sooner or later, these levels will be tapped. And then that is the moment when you can actually make a trading decision. So right now the bulls needs to claim the value are high of this range, and obviously that would open the possibility for more upside. So until I see that on the chart, I would say yes, I would favor more downside, right? Then we do have the other range, and the idea of this entire range is based on all the price action above value are high, and starting with this with the gap, right? So we do have a very interesting confluence between the value area high of the high time frame range and the value area low of this, let's say, local range, local give or take, because it's from June. But if we take into consideration the two ranges, yes, we can say this is the local range. So again, this is the first area that the bulls needs to defend, needs to claim, right? They need to claim this area. If that happens, then, you know, point of control, value are high. Obviously, we can find levels in between, but no, there can be there can be more upside unless this area will be claimed. If not, more downside is possible. Then we can get to, I don't know, to horizontal levels, right? And we do have daily up here, tapped, but still important. We do have an untapped daily here. Look, we do have an untapped daily here, 43.82. Very good confluences with this. Then we do have levels to the upside. We do have this section of the chart where we do have monthly, another monthly up here, and so on, right? Weekly. But for more upside, the price needs to claim this area. And for the moment, it was resistance. Another rejection. Doesn't look that bad. But the price needs to stop making this lower lows. And it kind of did. So this is a higher low. Price is trying to make a higher high, not quite a higher high, or at least not on a daily time frame. So the price needs to still take this one. And again, I want to see the price up here, and I want to see the reaction, and that will tell the story. If the price manages to get acceptance to claim this area, then yeah, more upside is possible. And then we can look for more levels. But until that happens, there's no point in actually talking about more upside. After that, yes, we can talk. And again, if you are in a long from this area, this is resistance, and this should be take profit. Could be take profit 1, take profit 2, who knows? But it should be a take profit. Or if the bulls will fail to claim this area, then I would say very, very easy, more downside is possible. And we do have this area. Again, we could find confluences for this area and so on, but for the moment, I would like to keep this chart as clean as possible. And let's see what's going on. Right, and the last chart that I'm going to check today is gold. Like I said, gold is this chart is very, very, very nice, very, very technical, a lot of volume, and a lot to learn from this experience, right? Let's start with, so I'm on a monthly time frame. So let's see what's going on here. So we had 1, and this is just a red bearish candle, right? So without anything else on this chart, one could see that, the price right now is trying to get acceptance back into this candle, right? And if that happens, that's good for the bulls. And it opens the possibility for more upside. Why not fill this candle? Think about this one. Think about this candle. Obviously, not the same situation, but just to get an idea, think about this as a single print, right? So it could potentially act as resistance. Obviously, this is previous month low, previous month high. So it could act as resistance. As you can see, the price stopped, at least for the moment, here, right? But if the price manages to get acceptance back into the body of this candle, we could see more upside. So that's first thing first, without any kind of chart, without any kind of levels, naked chart. That is what the bulls needs to do. The bulls needs to get acceptance back into here, and that opens the possibility for more upside. So previous month high is not that much to ask, right? Then this is where it becomes very, very interesting, and I keep talking about this since I've actually seen this chart. So we do have this situation where we do have high, right? And as I like to mark this as a swing failure pattern, but you can see the liquidity was never taken. So this is a very, very, very small front run. Great. Again, remember what I said on the Bitcoin chart, this kind of small front runs are not, you can see them on the Bitcoin chart and on the other charts too, because it makes it so much difficult to trade, this kind of situation, right? Give me a swing failure pattern and that's a clear setup. Give me here a swing failure pattern, that's a clear setup. This kind of small front runs makes it difficult to trade, and obviously your entry is just a bit lower, right? So first of all, liquidity, meaning stop losses up here. Then we move to this, right? So remember, this high never took the other high, the previous high. So it's higher high, lower high, and check this one. Another small front run. So we do have a lot of liquidity up here. Maybe for some people this is just random things, but for me this is building liquidity, right? So this is to the upside, and then to the downside. To the downside, we do have this situation. So let's enable the range. Let's see which one it is. This one, right? We do have this range. Obviously, this is a high time frame range starting somewhere in 2009, right? So this is a high time frame range, and the price did this and moved down here. The point of control is down here where the smart money are buying. And now we're up to this area. We're kind of, consolidating around the value area high of this range, right? Obviously, give or take, weeks to the upside, weeks to the downside, and this is the high. What do we have here? So first of all, and without any kind of other level, this is an important level. The value area high here, it is an important level. And the same story I was saying on this chart. As long as the price was up here, more upside is possible. Get acceptance back into the value area of this range, more downside is possible. Point of control. Same story on this chart. Now, obviously, value area high up here, point of control down here is doable. Yes, but that's kind of hard to believe that it will happen in a day or two or in a month or even a year. Could be, yes. But there is a lot of space in between. So we need to focus on more like local levels. Okay, but we do have this level. We do have this level, the value are high, so that is an important level. And just by, if we add to this the golden pocket, right? This should be not so easy to understand that we do have confluences in this area, right? So definitely one would expect this kind of move to this area, which is normal and it is okay. And this is how one should trade this area, right? You look for longs up here. If the price gets acceptance here, you're out of the long for a minimum loss, and it is what it is. Hopefully you are in a short from higher, and that small loss will be mitigated. So it is what it is. Now, there are a couple of things to take into consideration down here, right? So first of all, remember this. So the price created liquidity here. Also, let's apply the same story to here, right? So low, right? Then small front run and another small front run. Here the price actually I don't know, we need to see that. Kind of, tapped kind of actually took. So we had a swing failure pattern here locally, but the price never took this. So we still have liquidity down here. We still have liquidity down here. So I'm thinking like this. And this is what happened on Friday during the morning, during the Sitrep, right? So we do have liquidity up here. We have liquidity down here, right? And now let's move to our levels, to the current price action. And because we had this low and this one. So obviously, and because we do have active traders in the group, right? I said, look, we do have, this is a very, very nice confluence, 100%. We do have the golden pocket just below another confluence. However, we do have this liquidity. So a swing failure pattern here, something along this line. So a swing failure pattern here. And then the price does this. Please excuse my drawing. That would be a very, very good setup. However, taking into consideration, this is why I started to kind of build some context. This liquidity up here, liquidity down here. So what if the price will somehow front run at least one of these levels, right? And then the price starts to push to the upside. So we are building more liquidity because you see low, this is a higher low and another higher low. So same story that we do have up here, same story that we do have down here. And why not create more liquidity in this area. So this is what I said on Friday morning. So let's pay attention to this situation, because this would be the easiest trade ever based on the swing failure pattern. We do have the value are high, so we do have levels there. So a swing failure pattern there would be the easiest trade ever. However, what about a small front run? What about building liquidity down here, right? And you can basically see what happened, right? This small front run, I mean, it was, let's actually measure how this was 0.06%. I mean, who does that? Who does that unless this is part of the bigger plan, the people with a lot of money are just playing with our minds, with our, yeah. So remember this, and this, right? Now, one would say, yeah, but how do I trade this? Well, there is a kind of very, very easy way to trade this kind of situation, right? But obviously to do that, you kind of have to be in the Asgardian section in Discord, right? So we do have this, but to fully understand, this is why I spend, usually I'm more into the price action, because like I said, we do have active traders, scalpers, swingers in the group. So I do need to provide them with the best information possible. But just to create a context for this, so the price is building liquidity up here, liquidity down here. So why not create some even more liquidity in this area? Other than that, like I said, and this is the task for the bulls. Right now, the price needs to get acceptance back into this candle. If that happens, then previous month high is possible. Previous month high. So let's see if we do have some sort of confluences in that area. And this is where we need to move with the second range, right? So with the second range, the trading idea with this range is based on the price claiming the point of control here, right? Because the point of control was kind of, resistance, support, consolidation. When the price actually breaking to this area, we do form another range. Obviously, these ranges are, there's no wrong or right, but it's like, each trader has his own way to pull these ranges. And within this range, we do have obviously very, very important levels, like the top, the bottom of this range. Well, technically not the bottom, but the local one. And obviously the point of control. And in the last couple of streams, if you watch the public stream, I was talking about this. The price is moving up, down, up, down, up, down, consolidating around this point of control. And now, because I wanted to start with the monthly time frame, because I want to show you this. This is really, really important. The price needs to get acceptance back in here for more upside. Without that, we get back to the liquidity grab, right? So the price needs to get acceptance in here. So now let's move to daily time frame. Let's say still keep the our ranges on the chart, right? We can see here that the most of the price action is around the point of control. And I explained from the market structure point of view what happened here during the last public stream. So I'm not going to go there anymore. So there's no need for that. But definitely, this is an important area. And remember, previous month high, this area, this is a very, very, very important area in my opinion. And if the price manages to get acceptance back into the body of last month candle, this is doable. Now, obviously, we do have horizontal levels. Why not? Not so many lately, because the price was just down, down, down. So we do have, I don't even know how many days in a row here. Like red, 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 red. Now we do have kind of a change in behavior, because we can see one and the second, at least for the moment, we do have the second green candle, right? So this is, in my opinion, a change in behavior. Putting all together with this liquidity, which is still there, we kind of start to build a thing, right? And to the upside, we still have this weekly. This is a tapped weekly, was tapped here. No reaction whatsoever. But this is important because it was support. So this could potentially act as resistance, so like an SNR flip level. So claim this level, and then we get back to the weekly, untapped weekly level, point of control, and this entire section of the chart. So that would be the levels to pay attention to the upside. So this, and obviously, because the other thing that we could do is this, pull some Fibs somewhere in this area, and then if the point of control be claimed, then we get back to monthly, golden pocket, value are high, and some liquidity in this area. Strange was that actually the liquidity was taken in this area. So the entire liquidity was taken in this area because same story, the price was kind of building, so boom, liquidity taken, and then this and more downside is possible. Great. So the bulls, what they need to do is get acceptance back into the body of the last month candle. That would open the possibility for more upside. If that fails, it's kind of game over. Doesn't have to happen today. This is kind of, you know, they have time, but they need to do that. If that happens, great, more upside is possible. If they fail, we get back to the liquidity that we still have down here. Then in between this, the weekly 1889, and then this area, point of control weekly, and so on. Some liquidity left in this area. So that would be the next important move on the chart. That will give it roughly 4 to 5% from where we are right now. Right, so really, really important from where we are right now, because from this bottom, that's 7%, 6, 7. That's very, very, very good level on this chart. Okay, so this is what we have. There's no need to get more in depth. You know, I'm trying to present the trading ideas in the easiest way possible with not so many levels and very, very clear ideas. And the other thing that I would like to explain is how do you get into this long, right? Okay, let's go to 1 hour time frame. Let's go to 1 hour time frame. Obviously, we do have a new daily level, and that would be 1820. But for the moment, I'm not so interested in this level. But I'm more interested in this, the monthly level, 1826. This is a very, very important level, a monthly level, and this level basically, since the weekly was lost, the next important level should be the monthly. Great. And let's check what actually happened to this area, right? To this area. So price comes here, small front run, and then this monthly starts to act as resistance. So at that point in time, I was updating my team. I said, look, as long as this monthly is resistance, then more downside is possible. So, and any kind of bullish trading idea, something more than just a scalp towards day trades, or something more than 0.5, 0.6% move, should be based on claiming this monthly. If the price is not able to climb this monthly, there's no upside. There's no upside possible, right? And we can see that lower low, kind of consolidation, another lower low, and another lower low. Also, we had this range. Let me see if it's this one. Not this one. Okay, it's this one, right? So basically, this range is based on everything that's happening below this monthly. Right? So not only we do have this monthly, and the easiest way to get involved in this kind of situation are local swing failure patterns. And then the price goes to the monthly, that's a take profit, value are high. Actually, I should stop this range. I should stop this range. Let's say here. So this is our range. Great. So you can see the value are high, point of control, the value area low of this range. Obviously, this is was a developing range at that point in time. So this level could actually move to the just a bit to the upside, just a bit to the downside, but overall they are very, very well respected. So when you trade, when you have this kind of information, you think about, or at least I do, then this is what I update in our Discord, in our premium Discord, in the Asgardian level. This is our clear resistance, right? So this for a long should be take profit, and then look for a short. You do have additional confluences, value high, point of control, value low, but the easiest trades are always a swing failure pattern, right? So the price moves to this area, swing failure pattern, backtest, up we go, right? Point of control. Then the price moves here, and this was on Friday, and because I'm trying to answer to the question, okay, if we do have this small front run, so remember we do have high time frame liquidity here, and then we do have the value high. So how to get involved into this kind of situation? Well, like I said, in this situation was kind of easy because one could trade it like this, right? So swing failure pattern here. You see a swing failure pattern, you trade a swing failure pattern. Then you check if the price manages to get acceptance back into the value area of this range. So you can see the push to the upside, point of control monthly. So this was a move of about, let's say, from the backtest to here, almost 0.7%. That's quite a bit for this chart, right? Quite a bit from this for this chart. And then the price starting to push, get acceptance up here, right? So remember the top of the range and this area, resistance, 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 consolidation in this area, and for the moment, boom, price pushing to the upside. So this is, for the moment, like I said, this is very, very, very good for the bulls. Things that could be a red flag for more upside. Well, first of all, losing this monthly. So the monthly, it was resistance, 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 still resistance, claimed, backtested. Now, on this chart, don't expect this kind of backtest to the absolute dollar, right? So these kind of small front runs are totally fine, right? Backtested, up we go. So there is no reason for the price to actually to get acceptance once again below this level. If that happens, then, you know, I'd like to delete, then the liquidity area plus the stop losses that we do have here, they come into play. So there is no need for the price to get acceptance below this monthly once again. So that could be seen as a red flag. Obviously, one would say, why is the price consolidating here? Well, first of all, because that's why I showed you at the beginning of the stream, that monthly candle. So what previous month candle? So what the price is trying to do right now, in my opinion, is to get acceptance back into the body of that candle. Also, if we pull some fibs like this is the, give or take, this is the local golden pocket. So additional confluence for this area. So we do have two confluences, in my opinion. Definitely we need to pay attention to this. So if the price fails to get acceptance back into the previous month candle, then it could be a red flag, and then we need to see what's going on. But definitely getting acceptance back into this range below the monthly, that could be a red flag, and that's the moment you need to react. Right now, I have no reason to believe that more upside is possible, and that's why I share the levels that we do have on the chart. Now, the other thing that we can do, right, is to actually to check how is the volume, and I did this just before the stream. So we do have this situation. So let me see if I can actually put the, I don't think I can put that one. Let's go to daily. Okay, no, this one with this one. So let's go to daily. Let's hide the horizontal levels. Let's hide this, and let's hide this one too, because I'm trying to see where the volume comes in this area. Let's hide the two ranges, boom, boom, and this one too, because I'm trying to see where the volume comes. So the volume from the last high is up here. Okay, So we do have the same point of control as the bigger range. Should be this one. Okay, so we do have the point of control, and then we get this value are high, value are low, value are high. So this low, okay. If I pull this from up here from the last major retracement, then we still have this area and value low. And you can see this is an important area because the point of control was actually up here. So it's down, 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 some volume, but not a lot. But we do have volume down here. So this is where the battle, happens. And then for the moment, we are up here. So if we get this, we still get this area. And definitely you don't want to see the point of control. The point of control should be like, okay, on this monthly. So the monthly, I mean, there's no need to go below that monthly. If that happens, I would favor a new low on the chart. Yeah, so the volume, I'm trying to find, like I said, additional confluences for my things, but yeah, the way I see it right now, right? And if we enable, actually I don't need that, I need the horizontals. Let's see where this goes. Okay, so this one goes here, right? And this is the local one, right? So we do have this resistance. Let's see if the price could actually break this resistance and get acceptance back into the previous month candle. If that happens, I would say there's a high chance for the price to go up here. SNR, weekly, golden pocket, and especially this area, point of control, and this untap weekly, possibly higher, because the bigger golden pocket comes up here. So those are the areas. As long as the price manages, could be today it's very, very good. Let's say during NY Open, a bullish session, and you're claiming this, then check this area. So this weekly 1889 and these lows could potentially act as resistance, right? Then point of control of the range and this untap weekly, followed by this area, and we go from there. So those are the areas that we do have on this chart. Very, very nice price action, and we need to see. And this, let's see if the price could actually fill this entire to the upside. We do have very, very well defined levels. This one, this one, this one, and possibly more upside. Red flag, getting below this month. If that happens, liquidity below that comes into play. Okay, so that would be the gold chart. Let's see if I have some questions. No questions. I'm gonna check in Discord. Maybe I have from the premium. So no questions whatsoever. No, nothing. So hopefully everyone understood what is my trading plan for this week on the Bitcoin chart, ES, and most important on the gold chart. I guess that will be all for this week. And please don't forget to share, subscribe, like our content. This will help us to move forward with this project. Again, if you want to go more in depth to get these updates in real time in Discord or during the live updates, we have live updates every day. Obviously, our website successrepeated.com, our Discord. You can find the link to our free Discord. Then if you want to upgrade, we'll be more than happy to share our thoughts, our trading idea in as much as possible in real time. And hopefully our work will help you to become a better trader. And like I said, that would be all for today. I will catch you next Monday for the next public update. Until then, thank you for everything. Cheers and bye-bye.